really happened after that session of shenanigans is, in the end, a very tired Asher was able to make a surprisingly good check with the aid of his ability that allows him to add his intelligence modifier to his ability check, and was able to draft up plans that are good enough within just a few hours to convince the troll breakers that this contract is worth it. You all gave some signatures and were given a
Am
few
I able
days
to
of
like
downtime. Hmm?
am I able to like make adjustments to this because I'm coming off of a
Oh,
fairy
certainly. It
dragon?
was sort of like a proof of concept. They wanted something to
Yeah.
they needed something by that morning to show that you were serious, that you had an idea for this. And Asher
Fucking
was able to make a check. I rolled for him to pull
Did
that
really
off,
good,
but
actually.
he's suddenly going to be pulled back in, or certainly going to be pulled back in to help oversee the thing, anyways.
of course. Of
And
course.
now, a ocean-styled montage where we grab all the shit and put it together.
Yes, you were given a few days of downtime if you would like to do anything with that before construction really gets into
God.
swing.
Of course, I'd like to, make improvements to the plan.
That is
So,
happening regardless.
oh, do I have to make a
That
check
is
for that?
part of the building process.
Fair enough. Okay. Shit. Ugh. As a player, I don't want to do this, but as Asher, yes, he does. Hey, look, let's try to have more roles in this role play, okay? I talked to the fucking dwarf chick.
To be fair, you didn't hit a point where you had to convince her of anything. She just
Stop it.
humored you.
Hey. Shut up.
She may or may not want another date just to you having to pay for all that.
Boy. Ridiculous. But I guess I also see what's available in the shops that I can purchase with the gold I got.
Okay, you're just looking. Are you looking for any particular shop?
Um, hmm. I'm looking for shit. Sorry, I didn't have really much of this shit planned out. Perhaps something that can. Um, I want to improve my shotgun. I realized I have not used that shit at all
Okay, what did you
during
have in
my.
mind for
Wait,
it?
you're arcane. Oh wait, no, you're an alchemist. Never mind.
He's an artificer. Yeah,
But
He's
I have.
alchemist, so he doesn't get arcane firearm.
No. It's he essentially has a he doesn't have the artificer thunder gun or whatever they call it. He
Thunder
doesn't have
cannon,
that.
yeah. So he's got to
Yeah,
build
I
he
it
just
has
built a
the
himself.
shotgun.
yeah he essentially has like just a base firearm that was tinkered up. Um, he just uses he has the ability to use his artificer and infusions on it since it's technically a weapon. So it's like a kind of a jury rigged thunder cannon.
Mm,
Because I don't remember, it's specified. It has, I think, for infusions, it has to either be a weapon or what was the other thing? An item that can be worn or carried. Was that it?
yeah, but I don't know. I want to make improvements to the shotgun, whether it be like maybe making the rounds more powerful so that they, have more kick to
I'm
them.
looking at
Because
maybe. Are you saying maybe getting enchanted like a plus?
yeah,
Is
I'm
that
just saying because right now my shotgun does 2d8, I believe fire damage,
I think it's
with a save, and like you know, ray of frost does 3d8. So
yeah. There are yeah. I can get you a price if you're looking to actually improve it the same way because there's a precedent because I think it's annoying when players have to give up their special favored weapons because it's +1 and there's no way to improve it to a +2 or whatever. So I do have
oh,
prices
this is
for
just a
people
shotgun I've
upgrading.
been working on.
Yeah. So I mean, I can get a price if you're looking to upgrade it in that way. I'll have to pull up. I have a document that I reference for these prices.
But just looking through the chat logs, preparing for surgery. What the hell's going on?
Um, and on that note, for the damage type, it depends on what you're firing essentially.
Yes, I have like multiple rounds, so
Mhm.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it just be piercing unless it's...
Yeah, it's piercing for normal. Fire, you may have gotten mixed up with explosive hand mortars and things like that.
No luck.
Rip. An attempt was made at least.
Oh, you know what? Let me put my headphones in at least.
But yeah, after that night, Asher vows to clearly label all of his soda, all of his
Yeah,
beverages.
probably a good idea.
Yeah, we're calling it Dr. Doran. I don't know, black or some shit, or
Quantum.
wacky.
No.
Quantum.
Blackout God. Which is apparently a real drink in Japan.
Blackout God.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently it's an energy drink. There's
Nope, fuck it. Hell, if this gets off the ground, give your character some royalties for the name. Fuck it.
$10. $10 for one is the price I see for one of those. To get it imported from Japan.
Yeah, that's because the yen is shit right
Yeah.
now.
Well, as far as the blunderbuss goes, it really, like I said, it depends on what specifically you're looking to do with that there.
Just shit. I'm not a nut. I'm not a gun nut. Just more power. I guess fucking higher caliber, able to hold higher caliber ammo or some shit.
I mean that's sort of like what Darius had done. I just use rules essentially for standard weapon upgrades. Ranged weapons with upgraded ammo types and stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess it'd be the option of whether you would try and take a particular ammo type. I had a rule system set up that I had sent to him. I can find the text for you and send it to you later if you want a reference.
Yeah,
But
but
I had a system for basically determining you could put in X amount of gold and with the proper tinker check upgrade your ammunition.
yeah, I'll work on that later, I guess.
Yeah, it essentially was like a kind of a neck down version of how I have prices for people when I upgrade swords, etc. It scales based on what level, +1, +2, +3. It's the same with the ammo, but you do it in batches, and I think the price I gave was you pay twice the cost of the ammo, and then you make a proper tinker check, and then you can depend on that tinker check successfully craft it with the gold.
Yeah, I honestly, this is definitely like I guess a fun side project, and at this point for flavor, because it really is useless to me. I thought it'd be more useful, but like magic
Yeah,
wands and
it's because it's an actual weapon and not a scaling thing like a cantrip, which
yeah, fair enough. But
so
while I do this,
we could fix it
yeah,
flavor wise and give it cantrip scaling, but obviously I can't give the thing itself cantrip scaling, because then you'd end up with somebody rolling a gunslinger, and they would have a blunderbuss that at high enough level does like 48 or something, and then they have 5 attacks. And it's like, okay,
Hey man, look, it's perfectly fine. Like we can all hash that out later.
yeah.
Like no need to slow down the session.
Yeah, I
Do
think
I
you
happen to
mentioned
see?
something else though, right?
Yeah. Do I happen to see Sigrid around? What's she doing?
It depends where you look. The festival is still going on, so you would assume that she's either at her house recovering from the shenanigans, or she's back at her workshop in the Hall of Wallfires.
I checked the workshop, but do I know of like what happened last night? Pretty much.
Puck kind of fills you in. Yeah, he gives you the general story, the general rundown.
Puck,
He maybe embellishes a couple of things, and he probably puffs
Yeah.
himself up. It makes it sound like he was really in control of the situation, but he doesn't outright lie or anything. He is loyal.
Oh,
He tries to give
thank
you
you,
the
buddy.
truth as best as he can remember it.
What a changeling who turned out.
He turned
I
out to be a
love
guy
that.
that just bought a big pouch full of disguise self because he thought that
Does he
he might
still
be able
believe he's a
to.
changeling?
Oh no, he knew he wasn't a changeling, but he he got coerced into doing that. Said he was a changeling to get himself out of hot water because he assumed Puck was going to roast him if not. Used the disguise self as a last ditch effort, and then over the course of the night, once morning came at about 5 a.m., I think I said it was, and the invitation came in, or the letter came in telling you where to go, because it was delivered to him and not you, because he was disguising himself as you. He got the invitation and assumed it would be a good way to make his money back on the disguised self scrolls. Little did he know, he walked right into Trollbreaker Manor, and that's when Aaron came around and punched him, and then someone dispelled the magic off of him. But I think it was
God damn.
Marge.
Awesome.
But if you go to the workshop, no, she's not there. There's just a young human male that's cleaning the workshop up.
Well, I guess she's not here today. Well, do want to kind of apologize for all that crap I kind of made her go through.
Yeah, he has a little sign next to him that it says in Dwarvish, and then under it says in Common. She'll be in later, but
I guess I'll check later. And for now, I guess I will tinker with. God, what crap do I have to mess with now? I guess the music box more powerful effects because I'm insane.
Okay. I think I remember last time I said it would be your choice of Arcana or Tinker Check. I think they're probably the same, but
I think Tinker's more, but let's go with it anyway. Ah! Okay. Did I accidentally install a stop button?
All right, Aaron is the stop button. What are you
with a
talking about?
natural one, yeah. Unfortunately, you scramble something, and you're not sure what kind of effect it's going to have. Like you know something's not right. It's something's rattling, but you can't quite find it, and
It just
it
plays
seems to
in.
work normally for now,
I'm
but you're
sorry,
not
did you
sure
just
if it's
fuck up
going
the
to
drill?
affect it later.
It just
Did you
plays
fuck up the
NPR.
drill?
Yeah.
No. I fucked up my.
He's trying to improve his
box.
magic box, and he
Oh.
got a natural one. So
Oh my god!
for
you
for
fucked
now,
up the drill.
Well,
Oh,
wait.
wow.
Flash of genius. So, well, no. I want.
Now,
This is funnier.
now it only plays "Face My Fears" by Usada Hikaru, which we're not complaining, but goddamn it, even that song is gonna get old after a while.
I was just thinking NPR news. It's not even news that's relevant to this world. Just like, what the fuck's the coronavirus?
Another dimension news.
yeah, all of a sudden,
I don't know who this Donald
that's
Trump
that's
is,
the
but he
next threat.
sounds like an asshole.
That's the next threat of the campaign, is that the Winter Court is trying to crash the realms together so they can bring coronavirus into the
Jesus.
campaign. That's it.
Oh God, please stop.
Too real.
Oh god, we're all
Too
gonna
real.
die. All right, well, let's check it. Well, let's check if it works right now. 2d6 7 27, which means we are playing Bohemian. Wait, no, wait, nope. Feel good.
Okay,
Ink?
yeah, it seems to be working. It seems to be working. Still
Yeah, feel
rattling,
good.
but
Ink.
it's still rattling, but nothing seems to be going on yet.
I whatever. Let's go with that. Doesn't matter.
Post the superior version, guy.
That's on there. It's on the list.
Is Face My Fears on the list? Because it should be.
Uh, did you put it on the list? Because you.
It should have
You
already
shouldn't
been
have
on the
given him
list.
that information.
It should have already been on the list. Is the problem.
Face your fears. No.
No, Face My Fears. The hell's wrong with you?
Nope.
All right,
People
so
are-
Asher, you
people
can
are
work
whack.
on adding that. Thankfully, you didn't
Alright.
completely break your magic box, it seems.
Oh,
Anything else anybody needs to do in the few days of downtime? Or anything else you need to do, Asher?
I mean, I'd like to apologize to that chick later on, but like, if we don't want to go for the cringy role play, I'm cool with
Oh, it
that.
doesn't have to be a full thing.
No. There needs to be crunchy role play.
Oh. We have to
Well, I mean,
progress the
I
drill
mean,
story at some point, guys.
yes, it's
Yeah,
fair.
I
It's
mean,
fair.
let's get to the drill.
All
Let's
right,
get to the
you
heist.
Yeah,
have
let's-
5 minutes. Go.
Oh, I I guess I'm at her house then. Fuck it, I don't know.
You gonna knock on the door?
This is
Yeah,
already off
knock
to
on
a
the
bad
door.
start.
Okay. No answer.
Well, to the drill we go.
No.
Well-
No. You apologize to this nice lady.
All right, fine. Really don't want to do this. Sigrid, you in there?
There's a bump in the house.
Mm,
No response.
I hear you. Heard that
There's
bump.
another thump. It gets closer.
Fang steps 5 feet to the right.
Asher, how close are you to the door?
I'm like right there.
Make a strength
Pretty much.
save, please.
Oh god. Oh, 0 modifier. I am a weak boy.
Wow. She rolled a 2. The door flies
shit.
open as this dwarf lady kicks it. But you managed to actually stand your ground. She got a 5 total, you got a 6.
Oh god. Woo!
And so
she
you just
kicked
kind of
the
get
door
shoved
down?
back. She didn't kick it down, but she kind of opened it, and then once it was open and it wasn't going to break her lock, she kicked it forward, momentum, to push you
So
out of
she's
the way.
angry at me.
She's angry, yeah.
All right. I understand that you're angry. I'd like to apologize. Sorry for drinking.
Wait.
Sorry
She
for.
just points to the
Oh
big
shit!
mess in the street right outside of her house, and the broken window and the chalk outline.
Oh shit!
She
I didn't notice
doesn't
that.
know. Oh my god, she
Oh.
doesn't know that you didn't. Oh.
Oh my god, that's right. We found
No,
that
please
out.
continue.
Wait, no, we had the detective bring the asshole.
Okay.
She knows.
That doesn't mean
should
she
know.
knows.
Okay, look.
Kenji, did the detective explain on his behalf that it was this crazy asshole disguised as him?
The implication is that he said he would do that, yeah, but she seems upset still.
Uh-oh.
Well, Well,
You got a lot of explaining
as a
to do.
player, I do. Not gonna lie. Accidentally drank the wrong soda, and I was out for a few hours. Um, I guess I explained what basically Pucks kind of told me about the situation. I don't. As a player, I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's fun. You give her that
As a
explanation. She just kind of
character, you
stares
don't
at
know
you.
what the
That's
fuck
amazing.
happened.
She just kind of stares at you for a good 15 seconds,
Look,
looks around, and then says, "That's your story."
that's all I got, unfortunately.
I don't think she's buying it. I say the Fang hiding behind a trash can.
So wait, okay. So
What do you
was
mean
he?
she's
Was she
not buying it?
basically?
It's the truth.
So
Yeah,
was.
it
I'm
sounds so
sorry,
weird.
Kenji. So
Hmm?
you. So like, was she basically stood up at the fucking bar?
No, it's worse.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
He
was
great.
pretty
showed
much
up,
dragged
got
around in a wild goose chase. Ended up
Chicken
with her
chase.
window being broken.
Her window?
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
fucking, I'll pay.
she got
I'll
into
fi-
it with the changeling, or
the
changeling
change
pretending to
elf who
be
lady.
you.
disguised himself as you.
Yeah. A lot of
Look,
trouble, a lot of hooliganry.
look. I'll fix the damages that I did, and I'll get the hell out of your hair. How about that?
Wow, he gives up so easily.
I mean, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
She squints and then says, "I have the lad cleaning me shop. Tell you how much it costs. Now leave me to finish my work in peace."
All right,
She
will do.
turns and pulls the door closed. It doesn't close hard enough. She kind of opens it and slams it again for effect, and then locks it.
Oh man, she's
Well,
angry.
And
And by the
scene. That is
because
5
these
minutes of
houses
cringe.
are so short, you like are almost reaching the roof just by standing. I mean, Asher's not that tall, but there's only like a foot or two above your head to the actual peak of the roof. So,
well,
a couple of feet.
My God, he's as bad at apologizing
And so
he
it's
is at
like
flirting.
she storms in and then out of this hobbit house essentially.
well, wait. Couldn't I have made like a persuasion roll with that, story to see if she
Yeah,
buys it or not?
you can try, but
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
would say
does he
there's
get advantage because she should know it's the truth?
No, because he sucks at everything when it comes to women, apparently.
Oh, that wasn't the intention. As a player, I suck with women. Doesn't
I
translate
don't
well.
think he's gonna need it. I'll put it that way. But
16.
she seems more accepting of the story, but still skeptical.
Flash
Um,
genius.
she kind of tells
Can
you the
you
same
add that to
deal.
that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can add it to any skill check.
So it's a
She kind of tells you the same deal, but seems significantly less upset about it. And it's not necessarily framed as in you owe me, but just if you actually want to
But
help with
yeah,
damages, then talk to the cleaning boy. But
I'll definitely help her out with the damages.
I'll tell you, she got an 8 on her.
Wow.
She got an 8. The DC was 8. I get your persuasion. So
Yeah. So yay,
she flubbed both the rolls in a row.
but not the
Insane.
handshake roll. Okay, yeah, insane. The drill.
The drill.
Necro, it might be time for an Operation Rainer.
All right, so
Ah, shit, she has my arm.
I'm not playing as Elizabeth.
Well, yeah, she does have his arm though.
Ah, good job, Asher.
She's
You
still
pissed her
working on
off.
it,
She
yeah.
has my arm.
So she will work on that over the next few days. I don't remember.
Hey,
Did
she's
you already
pissed
pay
off
in
at-
advance, or did you just get the quote and then?
I paid in advance.
Okay. So Asher, please do the honors of making us a tinker check as he works on the first
Do
prototype
not
over the few days.
fuck up.
It's not your arm, it's the prototype of the thingy.
Exactly. Do not fuck up.
The thing this
Let's see
entire
what I
heist
can
hinges
do.
on in the past 2 sessions.
Natural
Yeah,
20,
20
32.
bits!
Oh my
It's
God.
it's freaking beautiful.
You cannot plan that. You could not
You-
plan
you-
that. Holy
There's
shit.
no way.
I am a master of my craft.
So you just kind of
If I add a flash of genius to this, how much more immaculate would
It's a
it be?
natural 20. I
know
don't
it's
think it
pointless.
matters.
Dude, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better.
you have a
Yeah.
36 total with that. So
30 is already impossible. You're making a freaking Star Wars laser drill.
yeah, yeah, mono
Fair
laser.
enough.
You
Yeah.
Every
okay.
time, and somehow it also has the effect of the freaking music box where every time you roll it out, it starts playing the Imperial March.
Yeah, it's like while you're at it, you decide to go ahead and build a Gundam
I in-
attached to the drill. And
I
then you
invented Bluetooth.
He invented Garen Logan.
I just now I'm mad because now I imagine every time like, behold the drill. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, what the hell's that noise?
It's every single. He's done such a good job with his drill that he single-handedly flipped the economy of this world upside down. But yes, you kind of just sink into your work after the stress
have
and
to say
nonsense
it.
the past couple days, and so you just become obsessive with it, and you get this flash of genius along the way, and you suddenly it's like there's a series of breakthroughs. You realize one flaw in your plan, fix it, and then it leads into not only another fixed flaw but an improvement. You iron out all the flaws you can, and one improvement leads to another. And eventually, it's so different from the plan that you started with that some of the troll breakers begin to question it, but then you show the sheer functionality of what you have. And not only is your essentially prototype rough draft so immaculate that you can't see room for improvement, but it actually impresses the troll breaker artisans so much that they allow you to work with the mithril itself in the process and help them, even though they initially posed that as something that would not be allowed whatsoever, and you do a fantastic job with it. You have a
Asha,
feeling that
yours
it's
is the
been
drill
done
that'll
so
pierce the
well.
heavens.
Yes, it's been done so well, in fact, that you at one point use what magic knowledge you have, and you have the feeling that you're sort of able to refine the mithril to a point, and ensure that it is honed to a point that its effects on magic will be even more potent.
Every time when he takes the cover off and shows everyone, all of a sudden in the background, the inspirational version of Rao Fight the Power starts playing.
It's like, the SpongeBob close-ups when they have that shining blue background. It's like suddenly a high-res real-life image against a cartoon backdrop. It creates a four-dimensional drill. But yes, you create this immaculate thing, and even though it's only tipped with mithril, the entire thing shines. It's like this beautiful, almost ceremonial item, but it's incredibly sturdy, and you get the feeling that you're going to get more than just a couple uses out of this.
How big is the thing? Is it like a giant
big
drill,
is
or
it?
is it what is it?
It's I would say it's something that would have to be transported on a wagon, probably at least person-sized, man-sized drill. Um, but it can be disassembled in order to transport it easier. You could break it into a couple pieces and then assemble it on the spot. All the sturdy parts at the front are obviously in one piece, but there's a stand to go along with it to allow it to drill that Asher has built. And with the 32, he's able to make it detachable, a mixture of detachable and sturdy, by taking the areas that are going to be the least stressed during its operation and making those modular. So you could
I just
theoretically
read the best comment ever.
transport it in even a crate or something.
So what you're saying is we have to protect the payload.
You're banned. But yes, short answer. Wagon for the entire thing, but you could theoretically, in a crate or two, carry the pieces of it if for whatever reason you didn't have a wagon.
Sweet.
I just
So we
I
actually
just
have a
dust my
functioning drill.
I just dust my hands off and just like, whoo! It's amazing what being heartbroken can do.
Yeah,
I'll
you
give
kind
a
of
pat on the back.
Oh my
Words
god.
of coke.
That fits too well.
I know it's not on freaking topic, but I just read the best comment ever from that stupid video where someone said Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is the non-depressing version of Evangelion.
Oh
And then
god.
Those are two animes I have to
It
watch.
still
apparently.
makes me cringe in my soul when you pronounce that. But
what?
deep
What am I
in
supposed to
my
say? Evangelion?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
screw you. No,
Anyway,
I refuse.
Evangelion gives me conniptions, but sorry.
Shut up. You say pop. Get the hell out of here. You say
I say
coke for
Coke.
everything. Get the hell out of
Yes.
here.
What?
Get the hell out of here.
Eh,
Look,
Okay,
fuck
we-
it.
what's a
This is off topic, but quickly to
So-
address what you
no,
just said,
no,
we had an
no,
argument one time
Mark.
because I say Coke as a catch-all for soft drinks.
no, no? You asked me if I want a coke, and you bring me a Pepsi. We're gonna fight.
You mean like how some people call soda pop?
Yeah, I say Coke.
That's only a Midwest thing.
No, it's not. I'm in the Midwest. We say soda. I'm in Missouri. You know what we call it? We call it soda, and we say Coke for Coke and Pepsi for Pepsi.
They're all Cokes.
And Kenji is wrong.
I'm right.
I think,
DMT out.
I
I'm
think my
right.
New Yorker coworker says pop. That sounds like something a
It's
Yankee
not.
would say.
It's
That's
a
not- I live in New
50s
York.
thing rather
That's
than
not
a
a New York
regional
thing.
thing.
Okay,
I don't know.
Kenji,
I don't know.
you're
He just says
fucking
weird
wrong,
shit.
Kenji. Coke and
Well,
Pepsi are
whatever.
two different
Wake up to
goddamn
yourself,
brands.
clown. Wake up to
They
yourself.
taste
Anyway.
very differently.
Yes, exactly. Someone
Yeah.
asks me
Now,
if someone
Pepsi-
says, "Do you
Pepsi
want a
tastes
Coke?"
little too
They better be
sugary,
bringing me a goddamn Coke.
and Coca-Cola tastes like it's going to erode your teeth.
Yeah, that
Technically,
does.
both of them are going to. So
Yeah, but like you can feel it with Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Like you
it's
Pepsi,
can
you hide
feel
the
it
thing.
eating away. You're an animal. It's
RC
horrific.
gang, but moving on.
Shut up. Shut up with RC
RC?
Cola.
What the?
Asher,
Where the fuck
Asher,
you
you
from?
are able. I will show you what RC is later. Asher,
RC
you're
Cola is
able-
pretty decent.
You're able to make. Thank you. You're able to make pretty good
It's
plans
just
for
poor
your new
man's
drill.
Coke.
Listen,
It
It was- it
literally
seemed
is
royal
poor
to
man's
me.
Coke.
it seemed royal to me when I was little. It seemed special. Okay. I mean, it's
This is
technically a
broken
Coke to
down.
me, but
Like,
I'm
No,
it's
trying to
broken
hold it
down
Kenji,
once
together.
I will
again.
fight
We will
you.
argue about this later.
Look. Vest,
Look.
Vest Black Cherry is a great soda, and I won't hear anything about
Motherfuckers, we'll talk about this 3 hours after the session is over.
Great
So
Coke.
let's get to the
Off-brand
drill.
cereal. Yeah.
Yeah, like oh man, I actually
Oh,
saw an
God.
off-brand cereal called Frosted Flakes one time. I don't know how they got away with that, but
Seriously? I've
Yeah.
seen that too. I'm like, I'm like, huh? So it's just Frosted Flakes, or someone need to be sued?
Yeah.
I saw a
Lawsuits.
box of cookies called Girl Troop cookies.
girl troop.
Girls Truth,
I'm not kidding. That's
I'm
a
just
brand,
imagining
apparently.
like a female army person.
like Starship Troopers. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're able to make some very good plans for these as well, and you think that in the future, if need be, or if now with another check, if you really needed to shrink it down or enlarge it for a kind of a different size of this drill, then you could probably work the same schematics. But for now, you make very nice plans to go along with your immaculate work, plans that are easy to follow, and that the troll breaker should be able to, with your help, copy within the next week or so, and make more. They sort of ask how many you plan on creating in the end.
That is a good question. I'm just the idea guy. Hey guys, how many do we plan on creating?
Can one
Depends on how
attach to
big
my
it
arm?
is.
What?
Depends on how big the hole it can make is.
Can one of
I'd
them
say
go on my arm?
I'd say like a bigger, like a Minotaur creature could fit through this.
Then I think this might actually just be enough.
All right, cool. Well, just the one we find for now, but I mean,
Now we must... In the week that we had off, could we have planned the perfect spot just far enough away so we can start digging down into this
You
place?
could have scouted. Yeah.
We just
involving a
start
check.
digging in the troll breakers freaking
Of course,
they'll
yeah.
never expect it.
Between
like, who
Fang
dug
and
this
the
hole?
tribe of Goliaths that's helping us with this prison
You
break,
dig down
this
and
is gonna
find
be
that
so easy.
dragon. You dig down and find that dragon that you left in the lava.
Oops.
Do I
Nothing
fix
to see here.
do I fix Sigrid's house during this time?
Yeah, it's not gonna cost much. It's like 10 gold worth of damages.
Does he fix her leaking pipes too?
5 gold, actually 5 gold, because 10 gold is kind of insane for a regular thing. No, he
Oh.
doesn't. And
But does he plug the leak?
no,
Look, we're not getting into this.
I'm
Wait, what
afraid he
leak?
has failed as a plumber.
yeah, mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured. Out of character, I figured that's an innuendo.
Aaron, what was it? How much? I should have written this down. Whenever you paid
What?
in advance for the arm, did you have any specifications for it beyond just what you'd ask for stat wise? For an
Yeah, because
upgrade?
I wanted the mithril put into it like around the hands to make like a gauntlet like thing.
Yeah.
I shall send you the picture because you know how hard it is searching for claw gauntlets that look right.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if you had like specifications appearance wise for.
But I guess while I'm there, can I roll to like charm her pretty much?
Oh my god.
You
You
can
guys
try.
are fucking. What the fuck
Even
you
with
want me to do?
Fang's advice, this is
Like
the disadvantage.
essentially
Putting on the kibosh.
around the
Look,
fingertips. That's what I
this
want.
is-
I like how nobody
Look,
thought to
this
ask
is-
or Soren for advice on this subject when he's the face of the party.
Look,
Look,
I don't know. Look, this is my way to avoid cringy fucking roleplay. Okay? Like,
by making it awkward fucking role play.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so that would lighten the arm up. I think, what did I say it would be +2? I think I remember saying.
I believe
I
so.
should have written this down, but it's fair for what I charged you that you should get an upgrade. That goes along with the prices and.
Yeah, the whole thing was it's gonna be like +2, but it's also freaking like I'm testing out mithril before I try to make a whole arm of mithril.
Yeah. I'd say with that, it would kind of not make sense to not give the option. So I'll say that sort of it can double. As you remember, I think at one point early on you wanted to reskin the mace weapon as brass knuckles, and so this can also sort of give you the option to reskin that as a slashing weapon for like one of the slashing weapons for monk weapons, and use your martial arts die for that. And so I'll say
Okay.
essentially, count as a slashing symbol weapon, monk weapon for you if you wanted to use slashing with that for a hit.
Okay. So now that fist does a +2.
Indeed. And
look,
do you
we'll
want
just-
it painted, worked,
Look,
forged,
we'll just
and
say- we'll
tempered
just
in any
say-
particular color, or
No,
keep it
I
like
just
the
want it to be
shiny
the
mithril?
normal freaking
Okay,
like.
because I'm imagining
assuming
like,
it was.
whenever Ed has to go to the winter part in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and he has to get his auto mail changed to a lighter color, winterized stuff. That's
It's
what
a
I'm
special
imagining
blend
for.
of metal.
It's kind of
thank
a
you.
shine. Yeah, it's kind of like a lighter, shinier.
I'm definitely thinking Prince of Persia.
Winterized. Yeah. Or
Oh yeah. See,
the
that's exactly what I was
winterized
thinking. For
T51B power armor from Fallout. If you guys ever played, I think it was in 3.
no, like what I was thinking was it was pure black and then the bluish white of the
Yeah, it's got-
mithril around the clawed part.
Yeah, the mithril parts are that sparkly bluish white.
Yeah.
Kind of a sheen. But yeah, you're able to collect on that. It takes the majority of the week to do because it's kind of delicate work because she has to sharpen it as well and work it into something that's already there and make sure it's sturdy, but it's returned to you in working order after you exchange the gold whenever you commission the thing. So she just kind of notifies you when it's done and as you pick it up. No problems fitting it again or anything, and you're able to more or less get adjusted to it again.
I shall call you Zabi Marif.
You have to yell roar every fucking time.
So how's the arm move? Like, did she improve on the?
She
Yeah,
mainly
the
worked with the
arm.
mithril. it's a pretty complex design by now because it's the sort of thing that's really there's not much of a precedent for it except for in automatons like nimble rights and things like that.
Well, shit. Can I
So
ask
it's
her
kind of
about?
your proprietary design, so she hasn't touched that.
Oh, okay. So she's just basically gave it plating.
Yeah, she kind of played the clause. This is sort of a test run and an actual upgrade for the item. But she didn't
So,
touch the design of the arm as far as motor functions or how it moves or anything because it's a pretty complex proprietary design, and so it would be like her trying to work on clockwork or something.
all right. So his stand still functions with like physical therapy levels of efficiency.
Kinda, yeah. It's she hasn't changed the functionality at all as far as that goes. That's all you or
All right.
some other tinker experience with
Is there okay?
prosthetics.
If I get more parts, like maybe spend another 100 on arm parts, would I be able to improve that even further?
Kind of at the point now where you think that to go any further would be something where you would likely have to consult someone who specializes in nimble rights and mechanical golems and things. Gnome
I'm
tinker.
trying to
So,
specialize in that shit though.
Dude,
You're
yeah,
already a
but
chemist. You can't double
not
as a
to,
biomechanical.
not to be funny, Handy, but we are in a city of dwarves. Somebody
yeah.
probably specializes in clockwork.
Fair enough. But I guess we'll worry about that
Although I
after the
don't
whole.
want my arm ticking. I don't need to be the
Okay.
freaking
This is
crocodile
all
from Hook.
Okay.
irrelevant.
So
We can't get this
Yeah.
fucking
wait.
mission done.
Even if we install a watch in it, like,
Why would
are
I
you
need a
okay with?
watch?
Why not?
'Cause it's clobbering time. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yes,
Okay,
you could,
Man, I wish I had that
Ash-
gauntlet so I could blow up things.
Asher laughs. That's hilarious.
but anyway,
Bravo.
yes. You're at the point now where even though you do know a lot about this and this is proprietary design, it would take either an extraordinary amount of work or you would have to bump heads with somebody else because at this point you're trying to essentially anything beyond this point is going to be something so comparable to a real human arm that it's kind of insane how difficult it would be to create that.
Yeah,
It's what Asher's going
we're
for.
reaching Marvel Spider-Man versions of this now.
Yeah,
Now you're essentially
so-
creating me a Doc Ock arm, and that's gonna get.
Yeah,
That's
and
what Asher
so,
wants. So, but yeah, let's as a player,
but that's very
let's
difficult.
move on with the plot.
Yes, so your items are ready. Your heist equipment. You have one large mithril tipped drill with the stand and parts included, and it you were able to imbue.
But how
as
can
you
we
made
see it though?
Do what?
What
I
now?
didn't hear that. Yeah, I didn't.
The drill has a stand. How can we see it?
Okay.
Because we
Oh,
also have
I was
stands.
trying not
What
to
are you
make
talking
that
about?
joke. I was trying not to, but
I'm sorry. My brain is on fire tonight.
Yeah,
it always is, buddy.
we get to the prison. Like, how did you get in? We use the drill stand.
Wait, how
What?
long has it been?
Holy diver!
It's been about a week in game time.
old timer.
Oh,
One off. But yes, you get the drill in time, and the Goliath mainly was able to scout things out, and you think you found a relatively decent place, sort of right where the ice and snow fades away into the strange, seemingly mystical greenery around the fort, and you think you can drill through sort of the connected part of the cliffside at an angle to where you should be able to get under the wall and keep a safe route back out.
All right.
What time would you like to begin this?
We attack at dawn.
We should start drilling at night though, so we don't
Actually,
have
we
to run.
should start. We should start drilling it. Well, how long do you think it will take?
It's gonna take a while to get all the debris out as well.
Yeah.
Like,
So then, like, sunset is when we should start digging, so that, like, by the time
I have no idea.
you,
I don't have advantage on
how
this, so I
far
don't.
away is the digging spot to the actual base?
It's not that far away. It's kind of hard to put it in measurements, but it's definitely within relatively reasonable
A couple miles?
sight. Yeah, definitely. And so you're pretty sure that you could do it within a day if with this drill anyway. With other ones, it might be more complex, but with this one, and the fact that Asher was able to use his artificer's knowledge of infusions to ensure that it, for now, will not have any issues with power source as it's running off of a sort of slight magical infusion that you can keep the thing running and pull it off within a day. So you'd think at least given a 12-hour lead before you plan to attack would be prudent.
all right. Well, I think we should probably start at like
What time
4
does it get
p.m.?
dark?
We're in the north. It gets dark at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right,
We should start at
so
like 4.
The sun would be up.
Oh my god, why is that cloud bleeding?
Points to anyone who gets that reference.
So the plan then is to start
Oh.
sometime in the before dawn, or are you starting sometime in
Oh, I
the
meant like
afternoon and
4,
attacking at
4 in the
dawn?
afternoon.
Okay, and then hopefully have it done by dawn the next day. Is that
Yeah,
idea?
and that way we'll catch him.
And we'll be able to
Unwitched.
sleep because we can't work 12 hours at once and fight. Unless we take shifts.
does this have an autopilot feature?
We did not think that far ahead.
No,
Did
because
Asher
we don't.
and his-
No, hell no. We're not getting into AIs right now. All right, no.
Not really autopilot, but the way the stand is built, it only takes a couple of people to kind of manage it, and so you can manage to get sleep because it's not that complex.
So we'll be
follow
doing
instructions.
shifts so we all can sleep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yay.
Well, can you teach us, Asher, how to operate this drill? Because I've
You
no
push
idea.
the button and you push.
Oh yes. Oh yes. You push this button.
Asher, can
flip
you
this
teach me how to
switch.
duck?
Sure. Yeah, you push this button, flip the switch, and just pull these levers. If the red light goes off, usually you should probably flip this switch right here.
Check engine light.
Yeah, like if
What does this ABS light mean?
If the check engine light comes on, just ignore it.
Why is there just
Until
a
it
big
starts
skull
flashing.
on this button?
Oh.
I think the blinker's on. Why is the blinker still on?
What does the oil
I've
level
already
mean?
turned.
Why are there 6 pedals if there are only 4 directions?
Yes, yes.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking stupid.
Is there a reverse mode? Can you undo?
What's this? Yeah, turn it
Does it
off.
have
Friendly
cup
fire
holders?
engaged. Oh no, I'm the tingling fucktard.
What is this button that says creative mode? But anyway, you're able to give
Why does it keep
relatively
turning
decent
everything into
instructions.
blocks?
Can it
You're able
parallel
to give
park
relatively
itself?
decent instructions that you think the party can probably manage it more or less with the instructions they've been given.
Yeah, I don't think Asher's the one that would plan specifically for usability. But yeah, I
Yeah.
write down as best instructions as I can.
It's kind of
Does it look like a big cat?
Does it look
Yeah.
like a bitch?
Eh,
oh,
look, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can.
Would you
get
say it
right.
looks like a puma?
unfortunately,
It
not.
looks like a drill, dude. Calm down.
Yeah, what?
I get
It's a
that
red
reference.
versus blue joke.
I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Oh, that's
It's about the warthog where it's like, I don't know, it looks like
also that show
you
is
get like a
garbage.
puma.
Fight me.
Excuse you.
Yeah, after the first few seasons,
This
it's
coming from the
trash.
man who calls Pepsi Coke. Get the fuck out of here.
After
The
the first few
last couple
seasons, it's
seasons have
trash
been rough,
fighting.
but that we
Yeah.
we'll rage about this later.
So you're able to get it set up. Who would like to begin with first shift? Presumably Asher, because he's setting it up. But I'll ask just in case.
Yeah. And I'll do it in like maybe as I'm drilling, I'll have everyone else kind of stay awake for a little bit just to see like, okay,
And
I'll
make
this is
sure
normal
it's
operating
pointing to the
procedures.
ground
Well,
Here's
you
the
kind of want it to
question.
yeah.
at an angle.
Is Soren playing? Is Soren singing "Row Row Fight the Power" from Gurren Lagann?
Soren, are you gonna
I don't
fight?
know.
Soren, would you like to sing any? You have any coal mining songs here
Do
from
the untouchable,
Virginians?
the
I will.
unbreakable. Row, fight the power.
I'm
See,
not
this is-
doing that, but I will.
See,
I
this-
will play a simple, hi ho, hi ho. It's off
See,
to work we go. I
this
believe
is
the
what I've been
dwarves
waiting
taught me
for.
this song.
It's a good one. Yeah. See, this is what I've been waiting for all campaign because I live next to a bunch of coal mines, so I've just been waiting to.
Oh,
I've just been waiting to push my
your
mining
agenda.
agenda on you guys. Yeah.
But well, here's a song that
Go
played.
ahead and roll performance, Soren.
All right.
I don't know
Yeah,
that one.
okay, Soren singing trumps
Sweet
whatever I do.
dreams are made of this.
Shit, do I have that on
Who am
there?
I to disagree?
You do a pretty good job, Soren. It could be better,
Travel
could
the
be worse.
world
Not
and
your
the
best
seven
performance, but
seas.
definitely not the worst.
How do I
Definitely
not
not
have
the
it?
worst.
Everybody's
Throwing
looking
off.
for something.
Like you're trying to sing, get in tune, and then just next day you hear.
Drill noise.
Yeah. This thing is in like
Wait.
turbo mode.
Yeah.
Did you install a mute button on this thing?
What?
Cast silence on it.
Would that work?
If you
Yeah,
if
it
you,
would.
if you had something to cast silence on it, it would work technically.
Yeah, it would.
I do
I
not know
can't
it.
do that.
Oh well. I made sure to get ear protection, right?
Yeah, of course. And you've made an attempt to muffle it as best you can, and so that they won't notice
Alexa,
until
turn off
they're close
fan.
enough. For a second, I thought that was in character. and I
Alexa,
got very
play
confused.
Despacito.
But you made sure to muffle it as best as you can, so that they won't be able to notice it until you're close enough that you're kind of ready to start the attack anyway. Whenever whenever they're all getting woken up, but you kind of have two options as it progresses. People take their shifts over the night, or I guess over the day, and as you angle toward the cliffside, let me have a map for this. The
In
grid's a
your
little.
head.
The grid is a little
Zombie.
janky, but
Zombie.
ignore the island.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so essentially, ignore the grid. That's just kind of there for alignment purposes. But
Where underground do we end up?
you are coming from this direction here. If you can see where I'm pinging, you'll be coming from this angle, and you have a couple of options as to whether you are attempting to drill, sort of how deep you're attempting to go under this wall. Because as far as you understand it, apparently the prison part of this is underground underground beneath the fort. So,
I mean, why wouldn't we just try to drill straight into the prison?
all right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Are you trying
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
bust through the wall?
we
I
could-
say we drill straight into the prison.
I mean, we
What?
could get
Do
in,
that.
free all the prisoners, come up from the prison, and start
And then
killing
leave.
people. It's the perfect plan.
It's so dark in here, and the stupid thing won't stop playing Hello Darkness, my old friend.
Oh dear. No, but like we can just like let all the prisoners escape, except for the ones that we need, and then
Yeah.
we can close the
Yeah, we
tunnels
could
after.
do that.
Or-
but
Or we murder everyone in.
who says we can't do both?
I'm
The
cool
tunnel's
with
gonna
anything,
still
to
be here.
honest.
Wait, just drill through the ground, and so the whole thing gets cut off, and floats away.
Yeah,
Where
just drill around the wall, so the freaking the freaking wall
Comet
collapses into.
assisting us.
All right, you
What?
I've
guys
seen heroes
fucking.
in war.
Yeah.
I vote for drilling into the prison to surprise them from behind.
They
Uh,
came from behind.
I say drill into the prison, and then soon after drill into the camp, and then wipe out the camp.
I mean, do we need to drill into the camp? The prison has a connection to the camp already.
Yeah, the
It's
prison seems like
called
the most
surprise.
civil way.
But we're already
Yeah,
breaking in through the earth.
You're pretty sure the fort is relatively heavily guarded, so
All right, fine, we'll go your
you
way.
can go with it if you want, but you're pretty sure that just in the fort alone, not counting whoever might be in the prison, there are a couple dozen guys at least.
Well, I'm easily convinced, I guess.
But it's up to you whether you want to try to go through the camp and see if they might have anything, or just go straight into the prison and get the people out.
I need a snake sword.
Yeah, maybe a
I
command
guess.
sword.
Yeah, I guess we'll go for the prison first. You know, release everybody, take care of everything down there, and if we are able to, take care of everything topside.
Yeah,
Right,
and just remember, if we get into the prison first, Big Heck will be with us.
This is true. And Lawrence, you said something a minute ago. I don't know if you were addressing the chat. I kind of missed it. So,
I was asking how many people are assisting us.
you currently have the Goliath with you, and then you have a couple of those guards. You could, well, not necessarily. They're not in their guard uniforms, but you have a couple of the troll breakers. Sort of personal guards with you to help man the drill and back you up. And so 30 alongside the party.
Wait,
Basically.
the Goliath didn't bring the rest of his clan?
His clan is far away.
Oh, I thought he had like a group of 4 people with him.
They're nomadic. They're Goliaths, so they travel all along the spine of the world.
Am I crazy, or did he say, or at some point did he say he had people with him in this region? I forget.
He had people with him at one point because he comes from this region, and that's how he met the dwarves. But that was long ago, and so the dwarves are here in this region.
Oh, okay.
Well, they
was
were.
long
Yeah.
ago.
I
So
I
Trollbreaker has sent
misunderstood what he
people.
said before. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Generals
Trollbreaker has sent some people, but
gathering masses,
they're not really.
just like witches in black masses.
They're not really part of the Mirabar Guard so much as they're just a house guard type deal. So they have different armor and things.
Kicked
All right,
Ash's ass.
Yeah, they did. Like, still sore.
Beat the shit out of you. Maybe don't fly over the wall.
I didn't fly over it. I just flew up to it.
It's too high to go over. Yeah, it's too low to get on.
If I went over it, they would have definitely killed me. Whatever.
So here's a
Drill,
question.
drill.
Did Kenji make a prison map separate to this one?
Yes. I mean, I didn't make
Ooh.
it, but I have one.
Why ask dumb questions, Mark?
Because it forces him to respond. And thus there
This
are
is
no
true.
surprises. Until
Unless
I
there
give
are
him
surprises.
ideas like that.
Yes, you should give me more ideas. They always work out well.
I've given you way too many.
But you push forward, and the plan seems to be going well. There's no.
Monday warrior, mean pride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean. I'm sorry.
There's no stirring really in the camp until it begins to near dawn, and there's a bit of stirring within the fort. And you're close enough now that you're pretty sure that within the next few minutes, or within the next hour at least, they're going to be able to hear the drill. And you're pretty sure that by the end of the next half hour after that, you'll be in the fort. And so you think you have somewhere between you think you'll have a few minutes to kind of get yourselves up and ready as the drill hits the wall and tests whether or not it can actually succeed. against the magic wards that deep. So your the Trollbreaker guards that are with you and Goliath kind of look around and wait for you all to set up and plan.
Wow. Thanks, Marge.
Oh, don't thank me yet.
All right, you have a 6th level spell. I forgot about that. Read this.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a 6th level spell. A level 11 cleric can cast that. So, what are you beseeching here? What are you?
Oh boy.
So, just to fuck with Necro, I beseech his god to come fuck with all the cards up top. Just
Can
for
you
like
afford
3
his
hours.
dad?
I sacrificed 3,000 gold.
Using all the profit you
Damn.
made, huh? Okay.
It's like 1,000 gold per hour, so 3 hours should be enough time for us to do whatever is in this place.
Holy shit.
Lawrence, your dad doesn't love you.
All right, so you do this. The gold. If only he had a 9th level. I feel like Lawrence would totally do that just to be petty. It'd be like nice illusion. Of his
Something
banished
doesn't
away.
quite add up here.
But yes, you do this. The gold kind of fades away like a Thanos snap, and nothing seems to happen. And then suddenly, as you all approach, and the drill begins to hit the wall, and the fort is beginning to respond to the sound. There's a blinding flash of light in the sky. Guess everyone make a Constitution save just to see if you
We
can manage to
can't
see
see
through
it. We're underground.
it. Okay, fair point. Guess you would hear it then. You hear what essentially sounds like a thunderclap directly above you, and the light does flood your tunnel a little bit. You just kind of see like a shine come from behind you.
My eyes.
The
And
hell'd
then
you do, Marge?
after the thunderclap, you hear what sounds like a spout of dragon fire above you, but it just never seems to stop, and you hear it sweeping back and forth above you. You can hear it all the way from underground. And
Fortunate
I
son
turn
is
to look at
playing
Lawrence.
in the back.
Your god's a dragon?
What? It's a what?
it sounds like dragon fire, some kind of
Some folks
stream
are
of
born
flame. It sounds like there's
ready
some
to wave
constant,
the
huge,
flag.
just roar of flame above you. Intense flame that
Ooh,
seems to be
that
sweeping
wind
back and
riding.
forth.
That
Push
thing's on
the
our
drill.
side, right? Drilling. I'm still drilling. Damn it.
And when the bells play, hail to the chief.
Yeah, there's just you see a helicopter open up, and some guy pulls out an M60 on the side door. But no, you just this flame overhead never stops, and the flame also kind of covers. It's so loud that it's actually almost as loud as the drill to you all, even with how close you are to it. And of course, the drill is like definitely loud. You're all thankful for your hearing protection in this enclosed tunnel. But please, uh, Andy, I'll have you do us the honors since you're the operator of the drill. It begins boring into the wall. There's a purple sheen over the deep stone. And even when turning away from the wall, there seems to be some purple barrier that reacts to the drill. It presses into it with this burning white flash of light and sparks as it hits. And roll a D100.
Oh boy.
Good thing I'm the
Would Flash of
36 on
Geniuses
the
do
roll.
anything at all to this roll?
No.
87.
Pretty good.
Yeah, okay. So normally that would have been a 50-50, but it was the odds were increased a little bit by your immaculate craftsmanship, though granted that would have done the job anyway, as you kind of turn the power up on the drill as much as you can, and You manage to get it to a point that coincides with that number of sort of about how much efficiency and just sheer speed that you can put into it without breaking the thing down, without burning up the magic infusion that you have powering it. And all of a sudden, there's this loud pop as this purple light fills the tunnel and then suddenly fades away, and the wall is broken through. You see the abjuration enchantment fade, and suddenly everything around you begins to get colder.
Gets
And,
cold.
Yeah, as
Oh, it was keeping
some
the
of the
cold
magic
out.
surrounding, yeah, some of the magic surrounding the wall there is dispelled and broken away. And
Oh, I
there's
thought
this
he was
giant
I thought
gap
he
between
accidentally
you.
summoned one of those
No.
freaking things from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, he bored into the
Shiva?
room and summoned Shiva.
Bahamut Zero.
But and you see
Get my
light.
boy Infinite up in here.
There's a hole made in the wall, and after a couple more minutes, a larger hole enough that you could squeeze someone through.
What
Do
are
you
those things
stop the
called?
drill or do you keep continuing? Primals, depending on the game. Summons usually the primals and 14 summons in
Elementals.
general.
I press the drill enough to where like if we have to, we can escape through the tunnel,
Okay.
even with our large prisoners.
And yeah, there's a hole in the wall before you now. There's a bit of light coming from it, but it's kind of dark.
Dwarves
Alright.
first.
Okay, awesome.
The troll breaker dwarves squeeze through first, and they kind of lock their shields and spears, and just they're low enough that
Oh
you
no
can
no
hop
no
over
no!
them if
I
need
want to
be.
go first.
Oh, you
Fuck
want to
them
go
other
first?
dwarves.
Okay. So
Mm.
Marge, you can go first then. And if you
Honestly,
go, you
guys-
squeeze through the hole into the room, and you see a terrified-looking old, what looks like some sort of a halfling, or upon closer inspection, you realize it's actually a gnome. He's an older fellow, and he just looks extremely confused at the fact that a drill just came through the wall of his prison cell.
Asher pulls out something with a small button and presses it, goes, and the freaking drill goes beep beep.
Like-
What's up, beady eyes?
I say in gnomish. What's your business here?
He's probably in a cell. We probably drilled into a cell.
Oh, is that? Does he look like an obvious prisoner?
Yeah, he's kind of in ragged clothes, but he pushes up his
Oh, today's your
his
lucky day,
beard
dude.
and gathers it.
Where's
and
the hurt?
responds, "Yes, no, actually, I'm the I'm the
Where are
counterspeller
the
here to blow you
drugs?
guys up." But no, he says that my name is Biltix. I was taken a long time ago. I'm a wizard. What are you doing here?
We're here to, I guess, free everybody.
Is
We're
this
here
what
to
they've
fuck
been
Well, we're
doing
here for a
with
guy
all the
named Big
wizards?
Hurt, and you're in the way. So get out.
Hey. Let's listen to the guy. What's up?
Oh, you should be careful. They have that horrible beast down here.
Beast?
That's okay.
Beast down here?
There's
I
a
thought there was a beast up
top,
there.
too.
What?
What beast?
No. They have several of them. They crawl through the prison and watch us.
Oh, they're talking about the dogs.
No. They're bony things.
They're
They
bony.
Only things. What are
some
you
sort of
talking about?
serpents. They look.
Oh shit.
I've read about
Are you
similar
talking about
things.
Are
Nagas?
you talking about
Yes,
Naga?
that's the one. I've read about them in my
fuck.
studies.
Okay, can I roll to see if I know anything about them?
Yeah, I think it'd be your choice of Arcana or Nature.
Arcana with
Quick,
disadvantage.
Lauren, summon a spirit Naga.
13.
You don't know about it. You're pretty sure they're magic snake things.
Magic snake things.
Lauren, summon the good.
All right, well, let's you stay here for now. Let's kill everything that's not the prisoners.
On it. Magician's red. And I smash open the door.
And then the gnome holds up his hands, and you see they're shackled, and he says, and he's also chained to the wall with ankle shackles, and he says, and one more thing. Do you have anything to get through these? They
shit, let's see.
they suppress
No,
the
we do not
magic.
have a rogue. What do you think we are?
They suppress the magic of the prisoners here, and some of us could help you.
I try the shotgun on the chain,
He
Oh
says, no,
God.
no, 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 not that.
but
Is
I
it?
can't.
Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Is it magical?
The drill, the drill.
Is your Warhammer magical, Marge?
You want him to drill. Use the drill.
Yeah, I don't exactly have a mini version of it.
That one's magical.
So your Warhammer does nothing, but when you attack it with a Dwarven thrower, you give it a good hit, and it doesn't break, but you see the kind of the links weaken in the chain.
I'll
it
use
seems
my
more-
mithril claws. See.
Yeah,
Oh
that's what I was
shit, he
hinting
does have
at.
them.
Oh, what am I doing?
See what
I'm
that does.
Oh, that'll work.
stupid.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get the smith's tools, and you just kind of unlatch some of it and pull it out from the
When you
wall.
forget
Though
that you're
the
a
shackles
smith.
on his arms are still pretty sturdy, though they've been weakened by your hand. But his feet are free now.
Look at you. You can walk around now.
Yeah, he runs up and says, "Shackles, anyone? They have an enchantment."
If I cast enlarge reduce on him, will the
They would grow
shackles?
with him,
Ah,
or they
damn.
would either grow with him, or from what he's saying, they might
Break his
interfere with the
hand.
cast.
Could I use dispelled magic on it?
Yeah, you could try.
I really don't want to waste a third level spell on this.
You do, and you see that there's a little shimmer that appears around the shackles, and suddenly it has this quiet sound as if you kind of hear in the distance a whisper of glass shattering, and then the shackles just become
Oh
very
God, Stone
mundane
Cold
looking.
Steve Austin is here.
Yes. No, the shackles suddenly become very mundane looking. And with another crack with the smith tools or with any sturdy weapon, you're able to just shatter the things right down the middle, and you see a shimmer form around him as he does so.
Asher has thief tools? What the fuck?
Asher has
I
everything.
have a
Why didn't you
lot
just
of
pick
tools.
the lock?
I didn't think about that.
We've been over this. He's the dumbest smart person you've ever.
Hey, I forgot I had Smith.
Look, I have so many guys. I have so many tools. I struggle to think of the best solution. I just think of solutions.
But with the
I
combination
have
of the
all the
group's
solutions
efforts,
to the problem. I just forget that I have solutions to the problem and just let everybody else figure it out.
See, Marge gets it.
and he's freed though.
Toki, why does it sound like you're eating your mic?
Probably because the new mic and I hadn't figured out the range or distance.
No. Or he has the coronavirus.
It's possible.
I've had the flu. Does that count?
Yes.
If you're working at Amazon, it does.
Man. Okay.
So, hey,
So
I
we
might
have a
not be
free-
the first one to die in this group. Hell yeah.
Funny thing is, the freaking coronavirus isn't even that deadly.
It's more deadly than the flu. By a crap
It's
even.
more deadly than I think it's
It's
more
like-
deadly than they advertise.
We're not
it's
getting
very
into
much
this
so.
topic
It's like
again.
only like
We're not doing this again. We
only
spent
like
10 minutes
2,000
to
or
start.
3,000 people have died, but like
All right.
20,000 people
Says
survive
China.
or recovered
Says
from it.
China. Says China is all I'm saying.
We already
But,
spent like
Free-
10 minutes at the start. We can't go
Yes,
back.
you missed it, fool.
We
But,
freed the gnome. All
And
right,
I
man.
kicked open the
He
door.
looks up at you. He looks up at you all and says, "Is there anything I could do to help?"
S- Kill some guards, free some prisoners, raise
Like,
hell.
I mean, if you got
Wait, he's a
spells that can
wizard,
help
right?
free, yeah.
You got the
Look,
spell
dude,
magic?
I look in the bag
he
for one of
specifically
those
says that he's an
arcane
abjuration
focuses we
wizard.
found, and I give him an arcane
Whoa.
focus.
You give him what?
I said I look in the bag for one of those arcane focuses we found a while. I give it to him.
He
Go
accepts
crazy.
it gratefully and says, "Thank you. This will help. It's a shame I don't have my spell book, though.
Where's your spell book?
They have it in an evidence room with other magical
Done.
equipment that they've
I
taken."
start walking off.
Well, let's go. And I guess
Nice.
we'll free other prisoners that look like they can help us along
We
the
will
way.
stop
Or
at every
we
jail
go to the
cell.
evidence locker room first. and then we take what we want, and then we let them free.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
pass
a
a lot of
better
doors on the way to
idea.
that. Also, we need to find
I
Hack.
don't have enough to spell magic spells for all these fucking shackles.
Yeah, technically, we only came here for one person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
we
want
have
a
a
prison
reputation
riot.
to proceed now.
Yes, but there's also magic items that I don't want to let people have.
Yeah, but come on. I used to drill. I mean, I want a big prison escape.
How
Wait,
big is this hallway? Is it like
Fine.
built like a typical prison block?
Pretty much. It's actually relatively small. It's pretty tightly packed. It's not that big of a prison, but it seems to just be a secured prison. I'll move it over.
Well,
So
This
shit.
is
We should
this is an
probably
typical
ab-
call it
upper
for
this is an
level
Buddy.
and lower
abstract
level.
representation of this block. You guys are specifically right here in this
5,
bust
10,
it up.
15,
Um,
20, 25, 30,
wait. You
35.
said that when I dispelled magic, it sounded like something broke in the distance.
that was just the effect of the spell on the
30.
shackle shattering, but it did sound pretty quiet. Yeah, it kind of sounded like it was in
Welcome
the
to
distance.
Dragon Age Magicians.
It sounded like you couldn't really tell where it was in the distance, but it definitely sounded like it came from down the hall or something.
Oh, so you don't need to cast it. You don't need to
And
cast
in the
dispel magic
distance,
on everybody. Just find the source, right?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
and in the distance, all you hear is someone who sounds like they made barbecue sauce yelling "Stone Cold, Stone
Anyway,
Yes,
I
It's
pick
so
the
cold.
I pick the lock on the main gate.
Fang already smashed it earlier.
Oh, I thought you smashed his gauntlets.
No, the first thing I did when I Magician's Red was smash the door open.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he
No,
literally
Thank you
said
for
on
rubbing
the
it off, Will.
magician's red and
You know,
then
we
knocked
should
the
have just
door
kept
open.
on going silently.
I feel like
There was
Yeah,
no
Dealing
left
with
for
the
that.
whatever your dad is upstairs.
Who the fuck are you calling my dad?
I don't know. I don't
Wait.
know what's going on upstairs.
You just
Did
met
Marge
my
actually tell us
father
that
a
she summoned
few
his?
months ago, I think.
Yeah, but at the same time, you had a
I think you
giant
mean his
flaming
god.
angel above you too.
No,
So I think that's also your dad.
That's
I don't
Lawrence's
know who that
character
person
arc.
is.
Lawrence's character arc is him telling his deity, "You're not my real dad."
What's
You're
in the
not
cell?
my dad.
In that cell,
I don't have daddy issues.
some big
Says the
slumped
guy
over
with
creature-
daddy issues.
Some big slumped over creature. He looks to be made of looks like a blob.
Hey, hey,
You see
hey!
you see two beady eyes look back at you.
You want to get out and hurt the people who put you in here?
It shifts more, and you see a slimy surface, and you realize. I'll find a picture for you in case you don't know what this race is, but
Oh my god, it's a mimic.
Wait, you said
thankfully
slimy?
not, but,
Dude, do you want to pretend to be my arm and I can feed people to you? It's a mimic. That'd be awesome.
maybe, but not this one. Actually,
Oh.
if you all know what a Lokathaw is,
No.
I've heard the name.
Lokatha.
Please present fan art to the class.
I will.
Oh, fish
it's-
people.
Yes, it is official art actually.
A
because
trident?
It's published
No.
now.
No, like
Um,
they look like a fish.
Yeah,
Did he
I'll
post the
it.
picture?
This is
He
I'm
did.
posting it right now. It is actually a published race now.
Looks
what book?
ugly as fucking sin.
And this guy's kind of got some tattered. They're kind of like prisoners' robes because he's so big that they had to just drape extra cloth over him. But this is about what the guy looks like, minus the seal, of course.
Oh my
No,
god,
the
that's
seal
adorable.
has to be there.
They took away the seal.
Those
Confiscated.
bastards. Yeah, he's just sitting on top of all the magic items. Oh,
What book is this guy's race in?
Lokathaw.
All
This is how you
right.
spell it.
does he answer me though?
He says, I want to leave.
All right, good enough. I grab the door and I'm just gonna yank that son of a bitch off the hinges.
All right, athletics.
Yeah, it's only 17.
You can't quite get it.
Move
What the-
aside, move aside. I push.
Shut the hell up before I break your face.
All right, then I guess you don't want a better arm. Step
No
aside,
door
buddy.
stops. No
Oh,
door
it's an
stops me.
extra life book. That's awesome.
19.
You
He's
yank
telling
the
me as
thing.
he's picking the lock, I just yanked the son of a bitch off.
Yeah, so he's picking the lock and he's like, there we go. The lock's picked. It should swing right open now. And right as he goes to open it, you just rip it off the hinge.
I just look at him, just like, the fuck, man?
Told you, I told you I had it.
And then you all hear slap, 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 slap as the fish goddess walks over with his big flippers and says, "Where are my things?"
We're working on
How
that.
am I supposed to know?
Don't know, but the exit's that way. We're planning on breaking people out of here, then grabbing the stuff and ducking through the hole. In that cell, I point to the cell we made a hole in.
I must find my friend.
Your friend?
Yes,
Who's your friend?
he was taken to this prison with me.
God dang it! If it's a steal, I'm gonna fight you.
I hope it's the seal.
See, we fight.
Well, what's your friend look like?
He is
Just say it, Ken.
a beast.
He's what?
Somewhat like myself, he is a beast, an aquatic animal. But
I'm gonna fucking
It's
shoot you.
actually
in
the
face.
seal.
I'm gonna bring Darius back, and he's gonna shoot you in the face.
I don't know where they've taken him.
Don't worry, we'll probably find him. We're
Fang
good at
checks
stumbling into
this
accidental
cell.
shit.
All right, yeah, let's check more cells like this one. I mean, you guys could just call out for your buddy's name, so we don't have
This
to
is
look
much.
every.
Yes, but we're still freeing everyone, so it doesn't really matter.
Just
Fair
everyone
enough.
pick a cell and rip a door off.
Okay, you check the next cell. I mean, you can check everyone if you want, as many as you want, or as few as you want, but you check the next one and you see an older looking bugbear fellow, and he has what looks like some kind of holy symbol. Actually, like he has this big lion's mane, sort of, and you see where the mane goes back. It looks like kind of in the space between his eyebrows, he has branded a holy symbol there. It
Would I
have to be a religion
recognize this?
check
Yeah,
to try and recognize it.
religion at disadvantage.
Don't ask neither one of the clerics what it is. Just
No.
Actually, I wouldn't know.
Shit, I meant to only do one, but 10.
Yeah, you're not sure.
All right, well, hey, buddy, you want to get out? We're kind of freeing everybody here.
Long have I waited. He stands up and in this loud, booming voice says,
Who disturbs my slumber?
"Finally, my God answers. Always
for
faithful. he
1,000
is."
years I lay dormant.
Yes. Can
Would it be safe
Fang
to say-
take a squinted look at the holy symbol?
Sure, though Marge probably just figured it out.
Oh, I didn't see that, sorry.
He stands up and walks forward, and Marge, you recognize that symbol as the symbol of Torm, a god of courage and self-sacrifice, a lawful good war god.
Huh. So I don't suppose you're up for beating people's heads in.
What was that? I didn't hear it out of character. Let me turn your mic up.
I said I don't suppose you're in for beating people's head in.
Oh, if only I had my morning star.
I like this guy.
Yeah, I just unlocked a cage.
Well, I don't have a morning star, but I have a short sword that shines in the light. I mean, that shines moonlight.
Yes.
Actually,
It
shit.
makes it makes pale
worthy to
moonlight that you can
represent
dance with the devil in.
worthy to represent Torm's justice, but if nothing else, he raises his hands and you see big burly hands with these claw-like things on the ends and says, Torm's justice
Shit,
flows
am I
through
able
me,
to?
weapon or no.
Excuse
So
me.
you don't want the short sword?
I will take what you give me, but I will use what I must. If I must smite
Oh,
them with
and
my bare hands, then I will do so.
On
I'm
that note,
going to
I give the
give the
fishman a hand axe.
Oh wait, is the
I give him
wizard
the
still
moon sword.
here? Or did he already leave?
I take like 15 steps back, and boom, it
Nothing
did
Bang.
it.
happened.
Yeah, it posts are empty
Magic
for
shop.
us.
Magic shop.
Are you trying to transport your inventory into the inventory of general goods?
Yes.
To unlock,
Oh
to like
God.
displace more. Oh,
I
you're trying
think
to
she's
sell
doing it
shit.
to yeah. She's like, hey,
To get a collection of
take it
simple
back.
weapons, yeah. All right, and with that, a little inventory appears, and along with a bit of food, people, the prisoners, as you go
Largest
through,
1 day sale.
yes,
Everything's free. You only get one item.
and you
Don't
see
make me hurt you.
various people that you free coming and grabbing different simple weapons or sometimes a piece of protective clothing, things like that. They all grab an item each. And you have this big ragtag group behind you of various different odd races, some religious warriors, some strange spellcasters. You see a couple that look like they're into some shadowy magic. They kind of whisper to themselves and whisper to objects as if they're talking to someone that's not there.
Has
So
you
we
can
vote
see
on
anyone
ourselves.
seen a giant minotaur?
you even see one person that it looks like a giant fairy. But whenever you ask about the Minotaur, everyone goes silent and then says,
What happened to the Minotaur?
Don't make me hurt you.
he was the latest sacrifice.
Nutty.
Oh,
Did
They
did
give
they
him
just
to
sacrifice him?
the lady that looks like a giant fairy walks up and says, they took him. They feed him to the Naga. They take someone every once in a while, and he possessed no magical talent. This was only a temporary holding cell for him. They took him where they took some of the others. The that old gnome warrior, that human archer. There was a sad dwarf fellow. They, they took them all one by one to the Naga.
I
where
lean
are
in
the
very
Naga?
close to her, and his eyes just like one of his eyes like goes straight white. Where?
He looks between, or she looks between Aaron and Soren as they both ask, and she kind of flutters up on her wings a bit to point behind you all and says, which is she's pointing upward and says, they when they ward the room where they keep all of our items, they always seem to go toward there, but I think it's a dead end. They must have some kind of trickery there. That's where they take them.
Hmm.
Just
Does
for
this
fun, can I?
require more drill? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna just for curiosity's sake, can I roll to figure out what this lady is?
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna ask Mabe because I'm lazy.
I ask her how long has it been?
Since she was taken, or since he
How
was
long
taken?
he was taken.
Uh, she says a couple of days they heard a wind of, of something. Someone in the prison told them that he had
Does anyone else see
gotten a
that digital
message
dice
outside.
that's cocked?
Yep.
No.
Between 19 and 9.
Yeah.
Um, weird.
How the fuck does that happen?
but she says that
still,
after
guys,
she basically says someone else in the prison ratted him out once he got that message out, and so they took him a couple of days ago. And yeah, those nature checks are fine. She's a sylph.
Ah.
Mabe,
Uh,
Has
what
it
is
been
which
she?
you
longer?
know are you're told she's a sylph. You all know that they are fae. Those of you that made checks or asked know that they're fae air spirits essentially. They're sort of like pixies that are human sized. She comes up to about 5 feet tall and has these almost invisible dragonfly wings that are large enough to support her.
She winter or summer?
They more closely align with summer generally, but you can't.
Yeah.
She just by the way she's the fact that the way her colors are suggests that she's most likely summer, but you don't know for sure.
So where is it that? So
Has
it's
been
right
longer
here. Where
than 10 days.
No,
are you
So
talking about your
chance
divine
then.
intervention?
I think he's talking about in case he needs to raise.
Oh, like so it's that she said it was like right over here somewhere where it's a dead end.
Yeah, she says that that's where they take them toward where they know that the items supposedly are that they've confiscated. That's a warded off area with magical shields, but presumably it's a dead end, and so she assumes that there has to be some kind of trickery or secret passage there.
I
Everyone
walk up
gather
to it
around.
and
Oh wait, never mind.
I walk up to it and rake the mithril claws against the where the wall is,
You kind
trying to
of
see if it reacts.
let's see, make an investigation check with advantage then as you do that.
Guidance.
All right.
With advantage.
Thank God.
Yeah, so you kind of rake the mithril against it, and you see a couple things ebb and flow as you do, and that helps you investigate. Lawrence gives you a bit of guidance as well, and you notice that there are a couple of spots in the wall that seem to not respond to the mithril damage, as scratch damage in the same way that the other parts of the wall do. It's just not quite convincing enough. It's almost spongy. And if you test it, it's roughly in the shape of a man-sized rectangular cutout.
Should I get the drill?
I walk through.
You try, and it feels like a normal wall. You press against it, and there's a little bit of resistance. Sorry, not a little bit of resistance, a little bit of give, but it's relatively solid.
I get
There's
the
some magic
drill.
Hey, does anyone know how to spell the spell shit over here? There's something right here. And I show them by raking the claws against the rectangle.
And you kind of drill deeper with the claws, and then there's a little scratch, a couple of scratches that form that don't perfectly fix themselves, and you can see them kind of, or not fix themselves, but don't perfectly respond, and so you kind of see them shift a little bit everywhere, every once in a while, and it kind of clearly
Does it look
marks
like
where the
writing?
illusory part is. It almost does. Yeah, it kind of shifts. Like I said, it's almost spongy. It looks like at points there maybe has been something written there. That sort of thing. It
Can I
almost looks layered.
prestidigitation to clean it so we can make
I'm
it
gonna
better?
I'm gonna ask the people we freed from the two closest cells if what they saw.
They would always cast a darkness over the place when they would come through here.
Hmm.
And you can do that, Soren. You kind of cleaned it up, and you can see now that it does look like, if not on the surface of the wall, but where Aaron has scratched it, it looks like there's some sort of script in a layer beneath the wall or behind the surface of the wall.
Oh, can I read it?
What languages do you know?
Common, Elven, Draconic, and what was the other one? Infernal and Celestial.
I know primordial.
You
I got
notice
gnomish.
that it looks like some of it is an infernal.
Oh, this is in the
Wait.
naughty language.
I have a horn for this.
Wait, what?
The curved
What
horn.
do you mean?
Oh yeah, your horn. Yeah, so you have two people that know. Well, you have someone that knows Infernal and someone that can has a horn that can translate it. Yeah, so you both can see some Infernal script, uh, and it looks like some sort of collection of words that emphasize um, control and stability and almost domestication in a way. It's all toward keeping things locked down, chained in place, unable to move, and it almost
Hmm.
curves if it's at the edge of a circle.
Interesting.
Look,
Don't really know what to do yet.
So, Asher, you need some help with that drill?
hell yes. I've been waiting for you guys to figure this out. Come on.
No, no.
Yes,
That'll
yes.
give away our position. Kids, sit down.
As opposed
You've
to the
had your
thing
drill
that's
fun.
blowing shit up upstairs that I assume we're still hearing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well, that's not our position now, is it?
horrible sounding. Honestly, it's pretty horrible sounding.
Yeah, I think we can get away with it.
What the hell did
I
you
climb into my
find
drill
out
and
there?
drill further into the cell and position it to the wall and go at it.
Roll another D100.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, stuff. Ugh.
It begins boring into the wall and then suddenly stops. There's a flash of red. The infernal script flares to life, and those of you that can understand infernal hear some infernal being spoken, as if it's coming from nowhere in particular, but it suddenly permeates the area.
Oh shit!
Um,
Prepare for demons.
Fucking damn it, you piece of shit!
I
You.
told you we should have just dispelled the wall.
Yeah, we could have figured it out. God damn it!
Wait, was it supposed to be a riddle?
I'm assuming it felt like a riddle that we would
That we
supposed to
didn't
solve.
understand.
and
What the hell are you doing, Lawrence? You're soaring. Oh, it's Lawrence. It's definitely.
Did it do anything bad to the drill, or is it just like I can't drill this?
it doesn't seem to be able to do anything. It doesn't seem to do anything
Like,
to the
like
drill
is the drill?
itself, but the red flash of magic seems to be resisting the drill now.
How about you back it up, and then we try to dispel magic, or we can ask people here if anyone.
You get this odd feeling that comes over you,
Alright.
Aaron, or not Aaron, but Asher, and you're not sure what it is.
Can I discern what it is?
Sure, you can try. It would
What
be
check would that
Arcana
be?
or
Arcana?
Religion.
Uh,
Oh, I'm stupid.
Even with that high of a check, you're not sure.
Flash of Genius?
You're not sure. It seems like
Fuck.
something you would have
I
to
mean,
actually.
Soren.
Yeah, you would have to actually identify
Yeah.
this effect. You think at some
Yeah, I
point.
was literally. Are you going to You want to just identify this effect?
Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it the normal way. I get
You
up
just
and
tell
just
us what it is. I can dispel it.
Oh, let's figure out what it is first, and then dispel it.
Sure.
Before
Okay.
you end up dispelling a sealing ritual.
cast that as
and
a
burying
ritual, I
the-
suppose.
Okay, let's not cast this ritual. That's 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. Action. 1 minute. I like my spell
It
slots.
says
Thank
one
you.
object, so I don't know if that works for.
What's on the other side of the hallway?
It's
I mean,
magic
the
or
wall.
magic imbued item. So the
It looks
wall
like
is technically the magic imbued item.
it's the
Or
path. It's the path back up, as far as you can tell, Lawrence. It looks like it goes back up toward the fort.
By the way, I'm gonna prepare all my like shit. I'm gonna get my blade out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
activate it. Yeah, like
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, because it
identify works
says
for this
you
though,
choose
'cause it
one
says
of
object.
if
So
it
I
is a
don't know if it,
magic or other magic
Is
imbued
there
item
any
or
rooms on the
object.
way out, or it just goes straight outside?
No, never mind. I'm wrong. As far as you can tell, it looks like it goes up some kind of tightly locked staircase and probably into more rooms. And I was wrong. You're right. It says right at the end that if you instead touch a creature, no spell. There's a strong aura of necromancy magic surrounding Asher, and you realize that he has been cursed.
Oh,
I was talking about
fuck
the
me.
wall. You're cursed. Huh. I
Damn
meant the
it.
wall to figure out what the wall is.
Oh,
That's what I was
Oh,
doing, but
Mr. Paladin, sir. We have a curse over here.
no one's a paladin. What are you talking
I
about?
assumed.
The
I thought one of the
bugbear.
prisoners was a paladin.
you learn. Here's the curse right here.
oh god, what's the curse?
Is the magic box?
Oh my god.
Oh god, no!
Here's the curse.
That's pretty bad.
Wait. Okay, so when they reach they die, and an infant crawls from their body's clothing. It continues to.
Oh, that's just hilarious.
Constantly reborn. Yes.
Oh god, that sounds fucking terrible.
Does that mean he's technically immortal?
So once he reaches 20, he stops aging. He stops aging 5 years.
It says.
Yeah, I'm 20 now.
No, it says you will age 5 years in every hour until you reach 100. You die. The infant crawls out and continues to age at the same rate until it reaches 20.
No, I think it means you continue to age at a normal rate until you hit 20, and then it goes back to every 5 years an hour.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh no, okay. Does anyone know how to dispel this fucking curse?
Well,
With
you
identify,
would never
he
remove
knows
curse.
that. Yeah, you need to have a remove curse spell to end that effect.
Which is why I was asking if one of the prisoners was a paladin.
Remove curse. Anybody, remove curse. I don't want to
I
die
have
old.
it, but you're gonna have to wait 8 hours.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm gonna die.
He'll die. He literally can't wait that
You'll
long.
come back as an infant. Oh, boo-hoo, you'll come back as an infant. Calm down.
That's not what I want.
The bugbear does say that he knows how to remove curse.
Yay.
But he has to have his equipment to do it.
Fuck.
Oh god, no.
Oh, that's right. He needs his weapon because his weapon is his
Why
focus.
don't we go check the? Wait, where did they say they took the equipment
It's
room? Might
behind
be
this fucking wall.
on
It's
the side
behind
we're
the
at,
wall.
or the other side.
The equipment
Jesus
room. They
Christ.
said the equipment room is through here, Lawrence, where you're at.
Great. In an hour, I'm gonna be older than my brother.
I think Marge
Wow.
just posted something, but I don't know what it was because it's empty for me.
It's his
What did you
Marge
post?
bullshit again.
No, I accidentally clicked on it when I
Oh,
opened up my laptop again.
yeah, Asher, you just look down and you notice you're like, I seem slightly taller. Oh no,
Well, screw this. If we're
some
just gonna
feels
stay here.
my hair feels a little bit longer than it was, even though it's just been a minute. But
Oh fuck, what's going on?
Sword, you know this information. Do you immediately? I assume you immediately share this information, or are you?
Oh, I don't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't cast identify.
Oh, was it?
Who-
Oh,
who
Asher
did?
cast
Asher
it.
did. Oh, he cast
You
it on
sure
himself, so
cast
yeah,
it
I
on
was
Asher,
yourself.
casting it on the wall, but
Oh,
who cast it on the wall?
Christ alive, this is getting ridiculous.
Fuck, I'll cast it on myself. Oh fuck, I'm freaking out.
yep.
Okay.
Can I just whisper to
Neat.
the wall, open in Infernal?
You hear a
Open
response.
sesame.
There's a response in Infernal, and it says, "At what price?" lay down your
What do you
sword.
mean?
Whoever it is that thing, I can see it, that you take your power from, forget about it. You don't need them. Make a deal with me.
Can you give us 1 minute to think about it?
This is mentally distorted.
Is he
Oh.
trying to make
No,
us into
don't do that.
warlocks?
Yeah, Soren, he's basically saying, forget your patron, Soren. I can see it. I can see what it is. You don't need that. Make a deal with me.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Leviathan,
that
can
thing
you
you take your
smack this
power
wall
from,
down,
it's so-
please?
it is so impersonal, so old, crusty. Its power is drained. It's long forgotten by men, but there are devils in the hills that yet serve me.
Hey,
With me, you would only grow
wall.
to fame and power. And
No
Leviathan
thanks.
can't seem to do it. Then I will remain close to you and yours. I hope your friend there enjoys the wisdom that comes with age.
Wall.
Can I
Fuck
give you
you.
another soul?
Are you saying that in Infernal, Aaron? Are you trying
Yeah.
to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Can I
Aaron's
give
trying to get the
another
attention
soul?
of the wall.
Well, I don't know how you would speak through Infernal, though, I guess. You could, like...
Yeah. I don't know.
You could try to
Oh,
have
no,
the
that's
one
right.
translate and then, like, use
That's right.
intelligence to try to mimic it, but it would be extraordinarily difficult.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try
So,
to.
is the door like a curse, or is it just somebody fucking?
Hey, Soren, you
It seems to be some
speak
kind of layered
in
magic.
front of
Yeah,
it.
it's runic. It's inscribed.
What's it saying to you?
Yes. It's some sort of devil, and it wants a pact agreement.
Can you ask it to
So
give us
what would
1
you
minute
offer?
to think about it?
What? Oh,
I
What's
don't
your
have
offer?
the time.
What
Here are
soul
these cowardly
what other
dogs.
soul would you offer, Warlock?
We need to offer a soul.
All right,
Wait,
who's
no.
willing to die for the cause? I say the prisoners.
You guys are Soren. Gosh, ask the freaking wall to give us a minute to think about it. If it wants us to make a deal,
yeah.
ask it to give us a minute.
It's not in a rush. It's not going anywhere. It's a wall.
Ask it.
Why are you guys even considering this? You threw the nice skull that wanted to
Dude,
give me
seriously,
magic
just-
powers away immediately.
No.
Ask the wall to give us a minute. Stop talking
How much
fast.
time has it been since the curse?
It's only been a couple minutes.
Your
Oh,
hair
God.
and nails are now 2 inches longer.
Ah!
And Lawrence, I assume you were swinging at the wall.
This is not as
Yeah.
entertaining as I thought
He just
it would
glances
be.
off harmlessly.
Jesus Christ.
Someone just dispel the magic, please. We got no time for this.
Stop talking.
I'm not sure that works.
Soren, ask the wall to give us a minute.
can I
to think
ask?
about
He
it.
did. He did, I think, a minute ago.
Did the wall respond?
He's
Wait,
fine.
the
He seems to be
wizard.
fine with it. It's at the wall.
Can
But did
we
it
ask
actually
the
respond?
wizard for his opinion on this?
I hate this so much.
I'm gonna die.
But did the
Oh,
wall
thank you,
actually
Marge.
fucking Christ almighty.
It was not as entertaining as I was hoping it was going to be.
Okay. And you can't ask the wizard, but what were you trying to say, Aaron?
Did the wall actually, did the freaking fiend in the wall or whatever actually say yes?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's like Soren said. It's a wall. So
That's like what
Cool.
I fucking said. Yeah. it's like it's a demon spirit in a wall. It's not going anywhere.
When the minute is
Not
over, I go, it should it should probably open now. We completed our deal with it.
What?
Yeah. We asked it to give us a minute. It agreed. That was the deal.
Oh, fuck
The answer is
off.
no.
Really? You're gonna try that?
The answer is no. We're not going to make a deal with it. But that
well,
was
we
the
would have
deal.
to redo that because he didn't use exact word, and he said, I'll ask the wall." So I mean,
Yeah, that's what it's like. Could you ask the wall, the freaking thing, to give us a minute? That was the whole point.
Oh well.
Yeah, I would have asked the. I'll ask the wall to give us a minute to decide.
To think about to give us to give a
I
response.
mean, his response would be, "Yeah, sure, go ahead and take a minute, and then if you don't want to make a deal, then I'm not going to move." I mean, no deal's been made yet.
I love your attempt, but
Yeah, I don't think
way
that's ever a
too
deal.
much paperwork
That-
with these fuckers for that to work.
Oh no, that's literally the whole thing about it. It
Yeah.
actually
No,
worked if
he's
you think
right.
about it
It
because
is it
they
is
had to make the
bonding,
deal.
but the thing is, it's not technically a deal.
You got to agree with a
It's literally
blood seal for that to have worked.
I mean, agreements like that are bonding, but the problem is that he wasn't really making a deal. It was, I'm offering you a deal, and it's give us a minute to negotiate whether or not we want to take this deal. I mean,
Actually, yeah,
we'd have to be more specific about him letting
the
you
correct word
through.
was give
So
us a minute to decide whether or not we want to make the deal.
yeah,
And
I
whatever, it
mean,
doesn't work. Whatever.
Marge, can you try that again on the wall?
you could still rules lawyer it out. Though I mean, it's still possible.
Well,
But
cool. I'm not
There you go.
aging anymore.
Yeah, I literally go to the wall. So the deal, we struck our deal. The answer is no. Move.
why should I move?
Because the deal
I'm
was that you give
dispelling
us a
it.
minute to come up with an answer. The answer is no.
You
We
see
don't
the
want to
first
make a
layer
deal.
of the wall crumble away, and then you just have the full inscription in Infernal now.
What's the full inscription say?
Go fuck yourself.
Um, it is a huge, multi-layered, circular inscription full of glyphs and other binding and warden devilish abjuration spells. It's mainly words of control, tyranny, oppression, those sort of things.
Are we gonna have to dispel each one of those?
Can we drill under this door and then go back out the other side?
Or we tried drilling through it again. Might work again.
Yeah,
This time.
This
Okay,
idiot's
look,
gonna keep
guys.
getting cursed that way.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again. You guys can.
Yep, I
But-
jump in the thing. It's just like I'm not
Alright.
doing it again. Just right in.
Roll a d100.
Yeah, I am not gonna. Actually, how long was that entire exchange?
Probably less than
just
10 minutes at
Yeah,
most.
it was a few minutes.
We'll say
But
10 minutes. I'm gonna do the
begin
math
to
and see
drill
how old I
through.
got.
The mithril interferes with part of the field, and as you begin to break through that inscription in the wall, it actually bleeds.
Oh, is
And,
that a problem? I
and
asked you nicely to move and you didn't wanna.
and this pool of blood seeps out, and it kind of screeches in this fiendish voice, and you all can now hear it, but it's still an infernal. It's out loud. It's not Mantle the Sword anymore, but it is an infernal, and it says,
I'll like Eldritch Blast the area around it to make it weaker too. Just like bap 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 bap.
yeah,
bap.
I'll
and it says,
claim it.
"Take your victory, fools, your brute force. Yes, allow my lifeblood to seep into this plane. I'm sure it will
Well,
serve you well.
it's not brute force, it's because you ignored the deal.
You wouldn't take it, fool.
I don't like
I
all
did take the
this, so
deal.
I'm going to set the blood on fire.
The deal was
Thank you, Lawrence.
weak. The deal was you give us a minute to think about it. We decide whether or not we wanted to give up a soul. We said no. The deal was struck when you said yes.
Typical of some phase plaything to misunderstand the rules of contracts.
Oh, I know enough about contracts. It seems like you were the one who didn't want to admit it. It's not my fault you were outsmarted.
Run back to your icy mistress, fool. I'm sure
Run
she'll
back to your
give you a
plane,
few minutes
devil.
of her day. And you see the blood kind of light up in this pool of fire. It almost takes up like gasoline, and it doesn't seem to really negatively affect the blood, but you're standing in burning blood now. And the wall crumbles away, and you are able to push the drill through. and you see glitters coming from the other side of the door.
Oh,
I
Asher's a 21 now.
I stop the drill and I just climb out and start walking on the drill tip so I don't have to touch the blood. Nope, not touching that.
What was that, Asher?
I'm 21 now.
No, never mind.
Oh
Fuck that.
snap! He is not.
Yeah, there she goes 1,000 GP.
And it takes a
Yeah,
day.
Yeah, no, look how long that takes. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
this
can do
prison.
that once we kill everything.
This
Yeah.
prison can
Where's the
be
insta
haunted.
version of that spell?
How much money do you have?
No.
4,000 left.
Jesus.
Yeah, technically, wouldn't you technically have 5,000 because you can't cast the spell?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, he
I'm
already
talking
had
about from the
4,000 left.
last spell I cast that cost me 3,000
Mars just
gold.
sits down and just says, "I'm not moving from this spot."
I'm not moving from this spot. It's in my holy order. I have to destroy this demon's hold on this place.
Marge is
Wait,
like,
you
I
have
can do this
holy
real
water?
quick. She goes to set up the ritual, realizes how long it's going to take, and she's like, you know what? What's one prison? What's one prison?
What's one prison? Oh, my guy'd be more impressed if I fought him anyway.
Oh, religious people, once we get your shit back, can you deal with all the devil blood? Thank you.
It will burn in the
I
fires
don't
of
think we
Tor's
need to worry
wrath.
about the religious people dealing with it. I think the people.
I was talking about all the prisoners.
Yeah, no.
You see
I'm
one of
pretty
the
sure
you
all
see
the
one of the
people that
shadowy
are,
prisoners. You see this.
Yeah, the shadowy prisoners about to take care
You
of it.
see
Don't
you,
worry
you
about
see
it.
this one prisoner, or this pair of prisoners actually. They're kind of shady looking. Each of them have these strange markings around their eyes. They seem relatively human, but they kind of watch the devil blood with interest.
Hey, no.
They just turn away and whisper.
I mean, hey, what's wrong with a little bit of dark magic if it's not making me grow old?
We're wasting time. We gotta save Herc from a giant snake.
I mean, to be fair, he's almost dead. He's already dead, so
Shut up, you,
I
and I
jump off the
start
drill into the
running.
room.
All right, let's
I
go.
jump into the room of glitters.
Yeah, I'm behind.
And you jump into the room of glitters, and you see a purple shield similar to the one on the walls. It's almost imagine like one of those Star Wars, energy shields. It kind of looks like that. And behind it, you just see this horde of magical items.
Oh, cute. I'm gonna claw the shit out of
And
that
this is where the
shield.
party turns evil. It kills all the prisoners to take their life.
I'm gonna claw the shit out of that
Aw.
shield.
It becomes a
They think
Asher's
they're
all like,
cute.
ooh. I just have like fucking sparkles in my eyes. Just the merchandise. The mother load.
Fang doesn't care
need
about
it.
all the shiny shit. He's trying to find the passageway.
I need the items. It's around a
What's a
shield, you
natural
say.
30?
And
What's a
so
natural
our
30 on the mithril
reinforcement
claw get me?
goes.
Wait, what? The fuck?
I rolled a natural 20.
Wouldn't the prisoners
With the
be right
mithril claw.
behind us?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
right behind. And Marge, what level are you casting the spell magic at?
But my nat
at its regular level.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Make a spellcasting ability check.
Ability check.
did my claw do anything to it?
It seems it kind of ebbs and flows a little bit. Yeah. More than like if you push it with your bare hand, nothing happens. But it kind of gives a little bit with the claws. It kind of rakes away a little sliver that floats up into the air, and then the shield reforms.
It's all my natural 30 did. Fuck that. I'm angry.
Drill?
Oh, I didn't even see the natural 20. Yeah, I mean, you claw a big gouge out of it. Okay, yeah, Marge, you're able to dispel with the 22. You claw a big gouge out of it, Aaron, and then you see, like, you're making way, and you're like, yeah, maybe I can break through, and then the whole thing just breaks and shatters like glass.
I
As
did
Marge
it,
dispels it.
Aaron's inner monologue says.
Aaron knows he didn't do it. Karen's annoyed by the fact that he didn't do it. Aaron looks back at the prisoners.
Start
Grab
passing
your
out the magic items
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
All right,
owners.
grab your shit and go start killing some guards. We got somebody to.
All right, you see,
I wait.
on
Okay,
top of the
Asher.
pile is this huge. It's the size of a mall. It's a big two-handed hammer, but it's a big spiked morning star, and it's made out of this beautiful black and gold and silver, all inlaid with a big holy symbol of a silver gauntlet for the handle. And
I'm
you see the
assuming
paladin
that's
march
the
up and pick
bugbear.
up this giant. The bear paladin pick up this giant thing. It just shines with radiant light that fills the whole room when he picks it up. An aura 10 foot around it. You all suddenly feel empowered.
I look back at the others. Well, what are you waiting for? There's your shit. Let's
And
go
what was
kill
that?
some
What was
guards.
that, Asher?
I wait for all the people to get their stuff, and then I take all the leftover magic items and stuff them in my box.
Yeah.
We can
All
see
right,
you.
I'll get you a treasure hoard, but yeah, the paladin goes first. He picks up this thing. As soon as he picks it up and touches his hands, like I said, you just
By the power of
anybody,
Grayskull,
pretty much, it
I am.
shines, and anybody within a 10-foot radius of him suddenly feels empowered. Any of you that are within that radius.
What does that mean
have
for
the
us?
power.
It means you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects if you're within 10 foot of him, 10 feet.
Dope.
Too bad he's not fighting with us.
I think he is.
I'm
So he
taking
picks
him with
up
me.
what may or may not be a very powerful magical item for a paladin and
Jesus.
heaves it over his shoulder.
Well, we don't have any paladins, so
Yep. Good thing nobody
All right.
has a paladin to use this may or may not be holy avenger ability.
Oh wow, really?
I mean, there's a point where class
I'm
restrictions
pretty
don't
sure the
apply to
Holy
me.
Avenger also goes for clerics.
It's paladin.
Oh, it's only paladin.
Yeah.
I thought it was holy knights.
I thought it was
Nope.
too, but anyway, yeah, they get their things, and I'll get you a treasure hoard, and then we can
Fang immediately goes
decide.
past wherever the treasure was.
You can try and speed through this and avoid encounters as much as you can, or we can grab some treasure hoard, take a minute to prepare and rest up, and then make this experience the full longer encounter for another session. Kind of your preference.
I mean, we've
But-
got all these people. They could probably run through some of the waves, take out some of the waves while we go to the main thing. Or
Yeah,
I-
but
that's
it's kind of it's a larger encounter either way, which is why I'm questioning if you guys want to, if you would prefer to kind of move through it and try to avoid encounters, or make it proper, fully experience the maps in the full session and at another time. It's kind of your preference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really tired
know
right
what
now.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
that's
say.
why I wanted to.
And
Man.
let's give this session this heist the finale it deserves.
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be a lot of enemies.
there are no monk-looking people here, right?
Not as far as you can tell. It seems
Good.
like they kind of flew under the radar. Good. They
Then I
barely
don't
take
have any
monk
people.
items.
Then there's no magic items here that I need to kill anybody. It's like I have this thing of protection. Snap the neck. No, you don't.
And, we still have that party loot handout. Someone maybe
Yes.
might want to get
Yes,
ready
we do.
to use that.
I will sing for you. Take all the pain away.
Aaron, why
Alright,
is your specific shit in here?
I
Because
think it's
I'm
because he
lazy
had,
and
he
I
had the bag of holding. That's why, and he put it there earlier.
Yeah.
And he never removed it.
yeah, I have the bag of holding and like that's where I keep my stuff.
Okay, so the treasure hoard, I will write it out in the info part of the Discord as I announce it. But first, I'll start with the items, and then I'll go to the money that is thrown in there as well. Oh wait, hang on. Let